into that. All right. All right, am I here? All right, cool. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to TCN Rundown Week 16, 2023. I'm your host, Jay Stu of Studio Media, and we have some big news to talk about this week. Not going to be before you long, so I'm just going to go right into it. DC announces Creature Commandos cast, the first characters confirmed for James Gunn's new DCU. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. We got our first official photos and casting announcements. This comes from Twitter, from the account Movies That Matter, which James Gunn then confirmed shortly thereafter. David Harbour, Frank Grillo, Alan Tudyk, Maria Bakalova, Indira Varma, Zoe Zhao, Sean Gunn, and Steve Agee. Steve Agee will be reprising his role from Peacemaker. Frank Grillo was already confirmed to have been cast as Rick Flag Sr. David Harbour will be playing Frankenstein's creature. Indira Varma will be playing the Bride. Sean Gunn will be playing Weasel and someone else. I'm not sure at the moment. All right. Alan Tudyk will be playing Dr. Phosphorus. And I'm not sure about Zoe Zhao or Maria Bakalova right now, but I'm pretty sure you guys already know it's been 6-7 days already. So but yeah, this sounds like some pretty good casting. I mean, I'm always up for seeing David Harbour and Frank Grillo do literally anything. And, audiences are already familiar with Sean Gunn and Steve Agee. So there's that. Let me go ahead and remove this banner. All right, there we go. Wasn't even sharing it. There we go. All right. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that for sure. Let's see. We're gonna move right along to the next announcement. Um, there's been trouble casting James Bond. Uh, the producer. Let's go here and share my screen here. So yeah, James Bond casting director. Young actors have lacked the gravitas and mental capacity to play 007. This comes from Variety on April 13th. And the article says a new James Bond is on the way following Daniel Craig's exit in No Time to Die. While rumors circulated last year that a younger actor was being courted at the age of 007 would decrease considerably from Craig's era. Such claims were squashed by the franchise producer Michael G. Wilson. He assured fans that the new Bond will be a 30-something actor, keeping with Craig's age range when he started his run as 007 in 2006's Casino Royale. Then goes on to say, when we started, it was a slightly different feel. We did look at a lot of younger actors, and I just don't think that they had the gravitas. They didn't have the experience. They didn't have the mental capacity to take on, because it's not just part of their taking on. It's a massive responsibility. And this actually makes me feel pretty good, because they're actually taking this casting seriously. I'm a James Bond fan. My favorite is Daniel Craig. I think he did a wonderful, fantastic job with the character. But this does not worry me. I like the fact that they're taking their time and they're taking this casting seriously, because James Bond is a character for generations and generations, and it should be taken seriously. It should be casted very carefully, especially after Daniel Craig left such big shoes to fill. He is arguably amongst the best when it comes to Agent 007. So, like I said, this doesn't worry me. I'm glad that they're taking their time with the I'm glad that they're taking their time with James Bond. But moving right along, The Conjuring is getting a TV series. This news also comes from Variety. So yeah, the Conjuring TV series is in development at HBO Max. Well, it's not HBO, it won't be HBO Max anymore, but we'll get to that in a moment. The horror of The Conjuring is getting the TV treatment. HBO Max is developing a TV series based on New Line Cinema's The Conjuring universe. Goes on to say, according to Warner Brothers, the Conjuring television series will continue to establish will continue the established story in the feature films. Producer Peter Safran is attached to executive produce series via his Safran Company banner. James Wan, who also produced and directed several films within the franchise, is in talks to also executive produce, which comes as no one's surprise. He is the founder CEO of Atomic Monster Productions, which produces all of the Conjuring films. So that comes as no surprise. It goes on to say that Safran is currently under an overall deal with Warner Brothers and additionally oversees DC Comics properties for the Warner Brothers Discovery alongside James Gunn, which we already knew. And James Wan is busy fixing Aquaman, trying to get that out and get it up to par before its December release date, which, side note, it will also be released alongside Wonka. I don't know what that means. I don't know why they did that, but here we are. However, I'm a fan of the Conjuring universe. I don't necessarily think it needs a TV series. However, as a fan, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Uh, Not all the movies in the Conjuring universe are good. I would say most of them are enjoyable, at least. Um, if they can capitalize on what made the the best projects of that universe, what made those projects good, and bring that into the series, I'm all for it. But I don't want to see uh the Curse of La Llorona as a TV series. I'm sorry, I just don't want to see that. That would be lame. Um, Even the Nun, the Nun is like laughably bad, but it's a guilty pleasure. I still have fun with it. That being said, I don't want to see that as a TV series. The Nun is one of the scariest characters in the Conjuring universe, but I don't necessarily want to see that as a TV series. Um, but here's hoping that they do something worthwhile with that franchise. Moving right along, the Penguin releases a production trailer. Now, this has me very excited. It does look and feel like the Batman, the Batman Reeves universe that Matt Reeves has established. Um, I'm loving it so far. I'm really loving it so far. It looks very promising. Colin Farrell returns to Gotham as the Batman spinoff series confirms a 2024 release. This comes from Variety on April 12th. The Penguin, which is currently in production, will run for 8 episodes. Spoiler alert for that film: after Paul Dano's Riddler kills Carmine Falcone, one of Gotham City's top mob bosses, he floods the major downtown area in a coordinated terrorist attack, leaving Farrell's Cobblepot with the city in chaos and a power vacuum within Gotham's underworld. So it seems that we're going to see him kind of take over the crime world of Gotham and kind of establish a name for himself now that he is no longer working under Carmine Falcone. We did get some new casting announcements along with who's already been established. Clancy Brown, um, Michael Zegan, Kristen Milioti. We also got Deidre O'Connell, Carmen Ejogo, Francois Chow, and David H. Holmes, along with Michael Kelly and Sheree. How do you say that? Agdashlu. Sheree Agdashlu. Okay. Um, Lawrence LeFranc, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is the executive producer and showrunner for the series, with the writer director Matt Reeves executive producing through his production company Six in Idaho. Obviously, Matt Reeves is hard at work with the Batman Part 2. So with, like I said, it looks great. It looks like it fits directly into that world. I am very, very much excited for that. I hope you guys are too. I mean, of course you are. It's Batman. Who doesn't want to see more Batman? But moving right along to the last announcement of last week, and that is Super Mario Brothers jumps past $500 million worldwide. This makes it the biggest video game adaptation ever. I have seen this movie, and it is a wonderful, wonderful movie. It is not perfect. It is very straightforward, to the point. It is both for children of this generation as well as hardcore Mario fans. Do not go into this movie expecting Schindler's List, but do go into it expecting to have a good time. So it's no wonder why it made $500 million. One, it's Mario. He's the most marketable video game character of all time, and two, it's a good movie. I mean, the video game movies have been hitting their mark lately. Mortal Kombat is up for debate. I enjoy it, but it made a lot of money and it made enough people happy to make a sequel, which we just got an announcement for the villains, but that will come in next week's rundown. But the article goes on to say the video game adaptation has crossed the $500 million mark at the global box office, shattering records with the gusto that its title character usually amasses via power-ups. I like how they did that there. To date, the animated adventure has earned 260.3 million domestically and 248.4 million internationally. Like I said, this was as of April 14th at 9 a.m. So I'm sure it's made a lot more than that. Went into its second weekend, dominating the box office once again. More important, it makes the Super Mario Brothers movie the biggest video game adaptation in history, topping the grosses of Warcraft and Pokemon Detective Pikachu. And that wraps it up for this week's rundown. I'm glad you joined me today. Please, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our videos. Please check out our other shows, the main Culture Nerd podcast. Check out excuse me. Also, check out the Culture Gamer through the monocle and the Cultured Pull List. The Cultured Pull List is currently doing Superman versus the Authority. I'm definitely looking forward to that series, so please check that out. And also, before I get out of here, just want to share this with you guys. Batman Beyond Year One Kickstarter project. Please scan that code and support. This is a great fan film coming from a great fan. Please show your support by scanning that code, going to the link, and giving whatever you can, contributing whatever you can to make this thing happen. It's only a few days left, so go ahead and do whatever you can to show your support to this film. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But like I said, that wraps it up for this week's rundown. I'm Jay Stu of the Culture Nerd of Studio Media. Everybody, stay nerdy, my friends.